Welcome to Hangout. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming. And this is the fabulous team we are waiting for. Give them a big hand. Vijay Sethupathi, Katrina Kaif, Sriram Raghavan. Welcome to Bollywood Hungama's Hangout. Guys, a lot of excitement about this film. I'll start with you, sir, because there's all this question is asked to you many times, so this is not the first original one I'm accepting about the casting. Nobody would say that they would think that they would see them together. They're such an unusual and amazing casting. What was the first thought? Who came on board first?
See, actually, I had this story for about 3 years, a little more, and then I had met Katrina, and she said, "Let's do something, in your zone." And I said, "Yeah." Then after Andhadhun, I decided, okay, let me do this. Okay. So I met her, and I spoke to her, and then Vijay came in later.
Okay.
But can I just clarify one thing which I said in the earlier interview, which is like all misinterpreted. Initially, when I was looking at it, I was looking at the Hindi film proper kind of a thing, no Tamil version and all that. And I was thinking, okay, Saif, because I worked with Saif a couple of movies, and I thought it might be interesting. So I went and met him. He liked the subject. He liked it very much. Then as I was fleshing it out, I felt that no, it is not going to be as something was bothering me. I don't know what. Then I met Ramesh ji and I said, this is what I feel. He said, let's go and tell him. But to go and tell an actor who initially said, oh, I love it, and then to tell him, no, actually, and it's not that I had anybody else in mind. So that was what I mean. So I want to clarify that I didn't reject him. I sort of went and met him, and he was upset about that.
Okay.
So.
Real life may be kahani mein twist with
absolutely.
Sriram Raghavan in the film and off screen also. You can always expect a surprise element and a twist.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, I'll just finish. So when I was sort of fleshing out the script, I just felt it has to be a very new, the first time kind of pairing. And also because the story is such that, it's two strangers meeting. If I'm sitting in the train and there's somebody comes and sits in front of me, I cannot choose this kind of person or that. That kind of a thing. Okay. So I wanted a very oddball sort of a pairing. And then to see whether one can create that sort of chemistry and connection between them. That was the challenge, actually.
Amazing. Thank you for clarifying, and keep our interviews for all clarifications. We are open. Thank you so much.
I'm just grateful with all the twists and turns. I was still in the film.
Right. I want to ask you, Katrina, firstly, really loved, whatever we have seen so far. Can't wait for it. Wherever I'm going, people are asking me, Aapne dekh li kya? So I'm also waiting to watch it. A question about Vijay sir, that before you met him, what did you think he would be like, and what did he turn out to be like? Anything that you expected or didn't expect?
So I had actually first really noticed in the film is it Class of 83 or just 83? 96, sorry. Yeah, that's a few years off, but yes. I had actually loved that film, 96. I thought it was, like there's scenes that even now I can remember in my head, like when he's sitting at that table and the gathering of whatever this function is, the reunion. And just the moments between him and Trisha, who was in the film. Just very, very unique, very tender, and that movie really stayed with me. So I was familiar with him from that movie. And then when I think some time had passed, and Sriram sir said that, this is who I'm thinking of for the film now. So I actually just Googled him straight away, just to refresh my memory.
Right.
And the first image which came up on Instagram was this very distinguished salt and pepper kind of silver hair, Right. I don't know if you've seen with that look of his, which for me I loved. So I was like, whoa, this is interesting. And I called back sir and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And then I obviously was chatting amongst my group and everyone, and they were like, oh my God, Vijay is such a phenomenal actor, That was so much love that came for him. And I think everyone was excited about it. I was excited about it. I know you say, and a lot of people introduce it as that, what an unusual pair, but to me, it doesn't seem unusual. Okay. To me, it seems like two actors, two people coming together for a very unusual story.
Right. Absolutely.
The story
That's
to
the
me
right way
is
to put
very,
it.
very unusual. And it's unique behaviors. When you see the film, it's almost like, to me, it's a little bit of an exploration of human nature,
Right.
the different sides of human nature. So yeah, to me, it was I was very very excited to get to work on it. I forgot your question.
Right. No, what did you expect and what did he turn out
it.
to be?
That's it. I knew I was missing it. I honestly had no expectation. I went in with a very clear mind. I had no presumption because I'd never seen him in an interview.
Right.
I think where you get to see a little more of an actor as themselves is when they're in the interviews or maybe on Instagram. And I'd never seen anything of that. I'd only seen him in the movies. So I had no preconceived notion.
Okay.
We met at Sriram sir's office, and he was talking about a scene in the film Super Deluxe. And he was describing something to us in the scene, and I remember thinking that, wow, this person really, he really sees things in a way which I don't think I can.
Right.
And I felt that that would make it would become very interesting for us to be working together, because it's two people who see things in such different ways.
Right.
And then for them to come together.
Right. Very interesting. You don't watch interviews, or do you?
I do, but I'd never seen an
Seen his
interview of
interviews,
his. Just
right.
I think, I don't know. I don't
Right.
think you do many interviews, do you? In probably in Tamil.
In Tamil, I
Yeah.
do a lot of interviews.
So I
Right.
think those maybe
Right.
hadn't reached.
Correct. So, sir, to you, same question. You know, when you had not met Katrina, any film that you had seen which one, and also what was your preconceived notion, if there was one? What did you think she'll be like?
No, nothing.
He's filtering the answer right now.
I saw a film Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Yeah, right. We all love that.
And then I saw her in songs. And then, no, I don't have anything. But when I was working, she was very, I understood that she is very thought process actor. And then,
Right.
yeah, and I always believe that actors should come up with so much of questions. No question is so stupid questions. It's questions. So we have to, through questions we express ourselves to our director. This is what I have understood about your scene and your films. So now you correct me. So I like actors asking questions.
Right.
So I do a lot of questions and then because just to understand it.
Right. Yeah.
So I like the way she worked and then her dedications and then whatever. So it is so interesting because always when you meet a different perception people, no. So when you interact with people and minds, you get your ideas, you develop your ideas. That's very interesting, and in that way, it's very interesting to work with Katrina.
Right.
So I didn't think that she will ask so much questions.
Right. Katrina, could you tell us about, was it a filtered answer, you think?
Oh, it's very filtered.
Right. You tell me about your first meeting with him. Where was it, at the office? What was that like?
Yeah, at our office. Yeah.
Do two actors, two stars have to break the ice and you know?
Of course, there has to be some sort of a level on which you're connecting so that you can, get into the work.
Right.
But I think we had, as I said, the first conversation when we met, it was in my previous answer that Vijay was explaining about a scene he had done in Super Deluxe. And the way that he described the scene, I thought, wow, this is a person who really can see things from interesting angles. And I think from there that progressed into a 1-week workshop we did.
Right.
So the set was ready, and it was a set where the large portion of the film was actually shot. And sir, I think, would not commit to us when we were going to start the shoot. He's just like, show up every day, we'll rehearse the scenes, and we'll start when I feel that it's ready.
Okay.
And I think that was very, very helpful. That was very helpful too. You don't get that opportunity in every film.
Yeah.
A lot of times you will see your co-star, your actor on the day, on the spot, and that's the first time you will be doing those lines with him.
Right.
So to get a chance to do the scenes, to discuss the scenes, to enact the whole scenes in a space where the camera is not rolling, I mean, that was a very helpful exercise. Also because we had not worked together, we had to find the rhythm of these two characters.
Very interesting. So tell the audience a little. These are also film students. Tell them a little bit about it's a one-night story. What goes into making? Because you told me earlier you shot for 70 days. How much?
Both versions. I mean, if you include
Right.
both versions. Hindi
So
and Tamil.
what goes into, though it's a one-night story that we'll watch in the theater in one go, What goes into it? And, do you want to tell them something?
Yeah, the thing about a one night story is, you don't have recourse to many other. I mean, the story, you have the characters and the story is progressing in that mood. So basically, that script has to be so tight, and also for the audience, they don't know who these people are except what they are presented with. So it's like any other film. I mean, more tough than a one night story probably is a story which starts and gets over in that 1.5 hours. Like a film like High Noon, which begins at 10:30 and gets over at 12 o'clock. So every second is part of the time. So these are all sort of sub-genres within the thriller genre. I mean, a one-night story, sometimes it doesn't have to, of course, always be a thriller. There's a beautiful comedy, Martin Scorsese's comedy, After Hours. There is Die Hard. That's also a Christmas movie, but it's an action film, And, so one-night story is just it's just one way of having more fun.
Right. You both have reached, you all have achieved stardom, you all have so much adulation and people follow you. When you reach up, as you climb up and as you reach higher and higher, does the decision of what film you should do next becomes tougher?
No, it's not like that, because it's always a story that has to excite you.
Right.
And then once you become a star and you know that people are coming to watch you, especially they trust, they believe in you, they come and watch you, they think that you will entertain them. So it becomes a responsibility also. So you can't work in all the films. So we have to be more careful, and then, but end of the day, story. That's me always, always.
Katrina, do you see that as you climb up? Do you feel answerable to every fan, to so many fans? Does this play on your mind when you're signing something? They may not like it, like they may love it, things like that.
No, I think that is the wrong way that is trying to please someone.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's what our audience even wants.
Right.
Of course, we love and appreciate our fans and our audiences, but that's not what they want. Everyone is coming to feel something genuine in the cinema hall. And I really feel that people connect to an energy. It's not just even the story or the actor. I've always believed that your energy can be transported through that camera into the person sitting on the seat. So if you come on set and you're distracted or you're in a bad mood that day or something, I always feel that you can somewhere read that person may not know why, but that scene will not really connect with the audience, As an actor, if you cannot be present completely, entirely, like in every cell of your body, even if you're not technically performing the greatest shot in the world, but if you're present there wholly, that will connect with the audience. And for me, that's what I look for in the film. Because if I can do that, then that's my best chance of the audience connecting to me in a film and them liking a film that I'm in. What you said about choosing the films, right? That's how now, especially now that I choose my films.
Okay.
Is that, do I feel that this setup and this scenario and this story in this moment in my life, is this going to allow me to come and be there 1,000% and give everything, give that much energy, invest that much into this film?
Right.
If the answer is yes, then that's why I do the film.
Right. So y'all made this, just for them to understand, y'all made this in 2 languages, and what is the biggest challenge of doing that?
Well, the challenge is, of course, we did the Hindi version first.
Okay.
We did it in 2 languages for 2 reasons. One is because I am a Tamilian, so I had this dream of making a Tamil film also, and here I'm getting a sort of a possibility of doing it, because and I also thought it will because our film had got delayed a couple of times, because of COVID and post-COVID and things like that. So I thought it will sort of also offset some costs and all that, and so if there are 2 versions. And of course, the main thing was I felt, I can do a Tamil film. That was the thing. But it was actually hard for me, but much, much harder for her and possibly for him, because he has to do the same thing. They have to do the same thing again. For her, she also has to sort of not master, but find the way to, speak the lines, which is, like, she has to, she is eventually, there'll be somebody else maybe dubbing her, but she has to say it right and she has to emote with it.
Yeah.
So that was not easy, and we tried various methods, like, putting cards and putting sort of earphones and things like that. And she's done the thing in Hindi, so she knows the emotion of the scene.
Right.
And for him it's difficult because he may be saying something very serious and her answer may be something like, we have even had something like this, like Pani Puri Jolly Naidu. Now what does Pani Puri Jolly Naidu mean? It is just that it will absolutely match when you dub it in Tamil, you know. So stuff like that, which is, we used to make sure, okay, we don't burst up. We were burst laughing, but he's the other co-actor should not laugh, you know. So all this was happening.
Right. Katrina, what he's saying is right. For you it must be difficult. What was the biggest challenge, and could you explain like how did you eventually pull it off?
I think the challenge is to just be comfortable enough with what you're saying, even if it's not a language you're familiar with. Just be comfortable with what you're saying and try and relive the emotion.
Right.
Try and not get stuck in your head as to what I'm saying. Is it right? Is the next word am I going to remember it?
Right.
For me, that was the most helpful thing. But it's very tough. I mean, hats off to any any person who. A lot of people go and do movies and a lot of actresses go do movies in Tamil and Telugu, and I don't think those actresses know the language. It's very challenging,
Right.
especially because this is a dialogue heavy film.
Okay.
Some films you just have 2-3 lines in a scene. Obviously, you can manage that very easily. But this is a dialogue heavy. It's a conversation film.
Right.
So it was challenging, but I'd like to see the audience's response to that, and I'm excited for the Tamil version.
Right. Sir, again, it's about this two language thing. Do you ask your director that, one, why are we doing this in two languages? And also, are you totally comfortable with this concept of doing this double thing?
No, I'm not comfortable, first of all. And then we tried somewhere that we can express for Tamil in different way and Hindi in different way, same scene. Somewhere we'll try to give a little bit details to differentiate Tamil and Hindi. We tried somewhere. Somewhere it was exciting because same film, most of the time when we do a film, we never ever get a chance. The way I work is, when I was there in front of the camera, I think in my lifetime I'll never get a second chance to perform this shot or this scene. So it's our work is documented. So I always think that I'll never ever get one more chance to do the same scene. So here I got one more chance. So I tried somewhere. I think so. Yeah. I tried somewhere to show it in a different way, to detail it in a different way.
Right.
That was somewhere it's exciting, but still it's boring.
Right.
So it was. So because repeat the same scenes, no.
Right.
Maybe it's exciting Katrina because she has to learn new language.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it boring?
No, it's not boring at all. It's just challenging.
It's just challenging and terrifying is the word that I would use.
Right.
Terror.
Terror. Okay. Katrina, you work with every big star in the industry. His stardom is very different. It's again, his fans are crazy about him. They love him. What do you see? What do you think now that you worked with him? Do you understand what is this stardom about? Can you put your finger on that thing? Wow, I know why they love him.
I would never presume to know I would never presume to dissect a person's stardom or why an audience loves them. I mean, I don't think any person can do that. As Katrina, what's my opinion of Vijay Sethupathi as an actor? I just think that has a lot of honesty in what he does. Yeah. He's very unafraid in what he's doing. He has a unique vision of life, and I think that comes across in his performances. He has a unique way he sees life, and I think he's just a gifted artist. So that would be my opinion.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Right. So I'll ask you the same question. You all have to leave. So we'll do a quick round with them of questions. But I want to ask you that what did you observe about her that you think that, wow, I didn't know this about Katrina.
Wow, she's beautiful.
We all know that, so.
And then, so I saw wow when she was coming, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And all the girls were saying wow.
Right.
And then...
all the girls were saying phew because everyone's late.
No, I saw everybody. They were so happy when they see you.
That's true. That is true.
And then she's very sincere and she's doing her work so responsibly. And then whatever she says about me or Sriram sir, about anybody in the set, she has a great quality of observing everything, whatever happens around. Right. She's been in the industry for maybe more than 10 years, right?
Yeah, just 10.
More than, so, okay.
20.
But 20.
Yeah,
okay.
all of you almost 20, right?
Yeah, but still she's doing that.
Yeah.
Like like it's like maybe a 1 year or 2 year, like a newcomer, because the observation has become a habit, it seems.
Right.
So now she's sensible.
That's great.
What he means to say is, I'm a very gifted artist.
That's what you mean, sir.
Yeah, she's very blessed.
Right, right. So we'll come to you guys. Let's keep the questions film and acting related. So first, do you?
Hi Vijay sir.
Hi.
I am a big fan of yours and I loved your film Super Deluxe.
Thank you.
Despite being shortlisted for India's official Oscar entry, the film didn't make it to like be the. So it was very heartbreaking for me. How
For
did
us-
you
for us
react
also.
to it?
Politics. Something happened. You know that something happened because it's not because I was in. If I'm not there in that film also, I want that film should go there. Something happened in between, and I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, no problem.
That's unnecessary. It's not
Okay,
needed.
thank you.
Thank you. That was a good question, and you gave us a headline. Who's next? And do you want to ask? Yep.
Hello everyone, my name is Shubham. I'm from HRI Institute and I want to congratulate you for the very good movie that you are come up to. I don't know why when Katrina ma'am come, my heart start beating fast. I don't know why. I must say a lot of guys have the same feeling. My question is to Vijay sir. We saw you do your acts in a really effortless way. And we also know that to do act really effortlessly, you need to make a lot of efforts. So, what's your process of characterization when you get a character to do? I just want to know your process of characterization.
Okay. अब बैठ जाइए.
Your heartbeat is anyway very high. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Because your heartbeat went high and you see her. Katrina, you didn't ask question, right? See, nothing is there. Suppose if you're going to the new city or new town, you don't know anything there, right? ये कहाँ जाना है, कैसे जाना है, ट्रैफिक कैसा है, पीपल कैसा है, खाना कहाँ मिलता है, कुछ भी नहीं होता. अगर if you stay there for 1 year, so you may speak the language, you'll be comfortable there. And if any newcomer comes, you can tell them a route also. Correct, no? Same way when you listen a story, there are a lot of layers are there. Lot of layers are there. Story, screenplay, and then the purpose of making that film, purpose of the show. Lot of layers are there. Get to know one by one, and tell it to your mind. This is all there, and rest you leave it. You have to tell. Okay, so you have to be comfortable. So to be comfortable, you have to know it. What is there inside? समझ गया? बस that's all.
Namaste Raghavan sir. Namaste ma'am. Namaste Vijay sir.
Namaste sir.
We have one common thing between you and me. I'm actor of Jawan movie.
Okay.
I
Hi,
didn't
sir.
get an opportunity to see you or shoot with you because I was shooting in Andheri West.
Okay.
So I'm part of Jawan and that is my first movie and my first presence on the screen. So my question to Raghavan sir is how this story came in your mind? There is a seed. एक दिन ऐसा आता है कि हमारे मन में विचार आता है, हम कुछ देखते हैं, फिर उसके बाद वो कहानी शुरू होती है. अगर आप उसके बारे में कुछ बता पाएँ तो बताइए.
हाँ, ये वाला आसान है क्योंकि ये एक मतलब एक फॉरेन किताब पे आधारित है, बेसिक कहानी. और किताब का नाम मैं अभी बोलना नहीं चाहता हूँ क्योंकि आप लोग फिल्म देखने के बाद फिल्म में तो लिखा होगा ये नाम, जाकर खरीदना है तो खरीद लीजिए. अगर आपको फ्रेंच आता है तो और भी अच्छा है. और तो इट्स बेस्ड ऑन द नॉवेल एक्चुअली. And I love the basic premise of the novel, though of course we have adapted it in our own way and we have changed a lot of things. So that is the thing. Sometimes you write your own story which starts with some kind of some germ of an idea. So like जैसा मेरी पहली फिल्म एक हसीना थी started with Ramu telling my writer कि I want to do something with the female hero, which was Urmila, and then that kind of a thing. So एक कहानी का there are so many ways. This was an adaptation actually.
Thank you, sir, and all the best, sir.
Right. I'll come this side.
You
Yeah,
look
who
like a
was
very
raising their
cute
hand?
student. Yeah. And I
हेलो
Thank you, sir.
हेलो एवरीवन.
Hi, sir.
सर मैं ये आपको सुन के खो गया था और ये नहीं हुआ था और मैं सालों तक आपको सुन ही सकता हूँ ऐसा कोई.
Thank you, sir.
सर राघवन सर के लिए मेरा सवाल है. मैंने 2 ट्रेलर देखे इस फिल्म के, एक तमिल वर्जन है, एक हिंदी वर्जन. तो मैं आप मास्टर ऑफ सस्पेंस में आपको मानता हूँ, जॉनी गद्दार से, मतलब जैसे हिचकॉक है वर्ल्ड सिनेमा में, मैं इंडियन में आपको मानता हूँ. तो लेकिन दोनों ट्रेलर अलग कट किए हैं. क्या हम इस फिल्म में 2 अलग अंत देखने वाले हैं? मतलब तमिल का अंत अलग है और हिंदी का अलग।
नहीं, मैं उसका जवाब नहीं दूंगा क्योंकि
हाँ, मत
अगर
देना।
अगर आपको ऐसा लगा तो आप दोनों दो पिक्चर देखेंगे तो मेरे लिए फ़ायदा ही फ़ायदा है, तो मैं इसका जवाब नहीं दूंगा। लेकिन दो ट्रेलर है क्योंकि देर आर टू डिफरेंट डिस्टिंक्ट फिल्म्स. So there are other than them and a couple more actors. There's a child in the film. She's common, but otherwise the actors also are different. I didn't want to give the impression that it's a dubbed film. जैसा मतलब अभी 90% films are there in Tamil, Telugu and kind of thing. I didn't want to give it an impression because we have made a lot of effort to make this happen in this manner. So I thought it should get its own identity. The Tamil film should be a separate sort of identity. Somebody in Tamil Nadu can actually go and enjoy the Tamil film irrespective of whether they know about the Hindi film or not, So that was the reason. That there's no other reason for that. और बाकी कहानी का अंत तो मैं बताऊंगा नहीं.
बिल्कुल नहीं. Right. You have a question?
The next time I give it to give it to the red shirt. पहले से पूछता है. Don't ask me question. Okay.
Hi everyone. Hi Katrina. Hi sir. Sir, I love your simplicity. I'm just watching you from such
नहीं
a long
सब लोग
time.
ऐसे बोलते हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
नहीं सच्ची
ये
सर.
मेरे कंफर्टेबल है. अगर मैं पहन सकता तो कोट ब्लेजर पहन के आना. ये मेरे को ये कंफर्टेबल सिंपलिसिटी नहीं है. ये सब एक्सपेंसिव है. So no, it's been the people, they've been looking at me and they're telling me that I'm very simple and no, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. मैं ड्रामा भी नहीं करता हूँ. सच में मुझे ये कंफर्टेबल है इसलिए पहनता हूँ और कुछ नहीं है. प्लीज if I can put blazers and like a James Bond coat पहन सकता है, मुझे वो पहन के आऊँगा मैं, लेकिन मुझे वो comfortable नहीं है बस. I don't want this label on me, please.
My question is to Katrina. So since you've married into a Punjabi family, can you tell us your favorite Punjabi dish that you can have anytime?
Well, I can't have it any time because it's a little too high in calories, but I think paratha.
Paratha. Okay. Red shirt. Vijay sir
Hello.
is. Yeah. Oh, you have a mic already? Amazing.
Good evening. Okay, so I am Devesh Purohit, and with 12 years of research, I have created world's only intellectual property for legacy building of brands. So I want to ask all three of you, what legacy you want to leave behind as an artist?
I think our films, our movies, I think that would be a great legacy and something that you can remember that in some way you've helped humanity, helped society in some way. I think those two things would be wonderful.
Thank you.
Right. We have to wrap. So two more questions. You and you. Yeah. Yeah. Go.
Hello Vijay sir, hello Katrina
hi.
ma'am, hello Sriram sir. Sir, I am Harsh Kesri. First of all, thanks to HRI Film School for giving this opportunity. Sir, I saw the trailer. The trailer is really amazing. My question is to Vijay sir. Sir, what was the most memorable moment while shooting for this movie?
नहीं बहुत आता है तो क्या कहूँ. तो I don't know. Maybe there is one scene is there where I'm telling a story to a kid,
Yes, sir.
which I loved most.
Yes, sir.
And then the great actor in the film is that kid. She always surprising us. And then there is one teddy bear is there. Whenever I see the teddy, I think this teddy is alive. But I don't think so. It's like, I love toys and all.
Yes, sir.
Still I play with cars. I have cars in there. I always think that they have a life. I don't know why. Sometimes I talk to my car. Yeah. When I go to parking, sometimes I have 4 cars. So if I don't drive any car for sometimes I talk, I'm sorry baby, I'll drive you. So बात करता हूँ. So Teddy is very interesting character because it's not doing anything, but it's surprisingly, when we are happy, the Teddy looks happy. When we are serious, the Teddy looks serious. I don't know. Maybe I have some problem. I don't know that, but it looks so. And then what else? याद नहीं आता है. बहुत है.
I think that scene where you tell the child the story, I think that's my favorite scene in the film as well.
Yeah, I remember you told me.
Yeah,
But
and then one more. There is when we were doing rehearsal, there is a scene between me and Katrina was there. Then when we were doing a rehearsal, something happened. It's very simple. It's to tell you, it's not a great thing, but from a director, that action was very nice. It happened between me and Katrina, so he liked it so much. Sometimes when my director getting excitement, that gives me confidence. Okay, So there are some moments are there in the film which I loved it. So always I believe in the flow. Just you better not to plan everything. Plan it and leave it on the flow, which I like it most. So that happened, and then she also appreciated that. To tell, nothing to hide.
Do
but
not,
that-
do not tell.
No, I'm saying that there's nothing to hide. It is not that great for you people, but it creates on flavor for the film. That was nice. So it's not only one moment or anything, because there are a lot of moments are there. When you get a chance to work with people like this.
Right. Last question
सर
from
एक
you.
चीज़
and
बस
then-
आपको कहना चाहता
हाँ, जी,
हूँ
बताइए।
सर मतलब हमेशा कटरीना मैम को और आपको सर मैंने सिनेमा में ही देखा है एंड आई एम एन एक्टर मैं भी ट्राई कर रहा हूँ एक्टिंग के
Okay,
लिए सर तो मतलब मेरे लिए ये बहुत खुशी का मौका है कि आज मैं आप लोगों को सामने देख रहा हूँ थैंक यू सो मच
Thank you so much. Thanks for that.
Good. Bollywood Hungama पे आप इंटरव्यू भी देखना हमारा. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Karuna. I'm from Pune. I'm very excited for the movie as well, sir. I am so grateful. I just wanted to wish you all the best for the film. Raghavan sir, I want to tell to you that you've always given us the masterpiece like Andhadhun and Badlapur. They just shook us and give us the dimension of looking stories and movies in different way. Katrina ma'am, your smile when you entered, we were awe, and I'm still feeling he had a heartbeats. I'm in Zen. So that give you me. And Michael Salman is here with us. So it's been a great pleasure, sir, to be across you, sharing the same platform here. I just have a question to you that you all of them can answer it. You're working in a thriller genre. Which is your favorite in the Indian cinema? Which is the movie you liked? Thriller movie you liked most? And one more, sir. I was unable to remember the last movie you worked in, Katuva Kalu Rennu Kadal. In the end of that movie, you were having the chat messages from Katrina ma'am. Was that a manifestation for like to work
No, my
with her?
manifestation started 15, 16 years before. No, whatever I manifest in my life, everything happened. I don't know. It happened. I thought I want to work with Rajini sir, Shah Rukh sir. It happened. One day when I was doing short films, I told my friend who was Manikandan who made Kadasi Vasai and everything. I thought, sir, as a technician you can go throughout the world, but as an actor, where I can go, I don't know whether I can cross the state or not because my face is typical South Indian. I don't think so I can cross this border, but it happened. So whatever I imagined, whatever I wanted, one day I was working in Dubai, there was a car show was there. I went and then I took a photo with Mini Cooper. Then one day I bought that Mini Cooper for my wife. So yeah, there are a lot of connections happen in my life. So I believe in that. That believe it should happen in subconsciously, not consciously. It will happen if you मन में चाहता है तो कुछ तो connection हो जाता है दुनिया के साथ. That's what I believe.
इतनी शिद्दत से.
Yeah, so that's what. And then you all are actors. You are all actors. Yes. I just want to tell you that. Read books, and when you read descriptions where the expression is there. Read descriptions and don't try to memorize everything. Trust your brain. Your brain is so beautiful and it can remember everything every seconds. Because when you can't get it means you don't trust your brain. So trust your brains, it will happen. And try to understand the work of an actor through the story, through the director point of view. First to try to understand the screenplay, what I said, what is the story. Then you go to take lessons or understand the actor's work first, because we are all working for a story. So it depends on the directors and story. So try to understand the film and script. Whenever you get time, at least read books. The descriptions will help for an actor. And all the best to you. Thank you.
Great, that's absolutely lovely. Thank you for the nice questions, guys. I'm wrapping this. This comes in the theaters. Out of the three of you, who will get Friday nerves? Who will not get sleep? What kind of the three of you? What's the big difference? Sriram, you can start.
I try to be Zen. Whatever happens, I'm trying to be Zen. I'm not saying I'm Zen. She is Zen, I think, but I'm not yet. But I try to be. I mean, see, we have made the film as we wanted. Right. I'm quite satisfied with the film. We had a screening yesterday, the technical check screening. We all were happy. Okay. अभी आगे public के ऊपर है. Public के ऊपर है. Okay, Katrina, what is a release day like?
If it's well received, then I think it's a lot of euphoria. and if it has gone in a different way, then it's very heartbreaking.
Right. But the night
I think
before,
that will
are you-
always be
are
the
you s-
case.
Are you someone who gets sleep, peacefully sleep, and you wake up the
No,
next day?
because in my mind I'm thinking the best until and if in the case I have to accept otherwise. But in my
Right.
mind, like Vijay said, keep it in subconscious. No,
Right.
no, सब ठीक हो जाएगा.
Right. Vijay sir, tension लेते हैं
हाँ,
release
यार,
का?
बहुत नर्वस हो जाता हूँ
बट
ज़्यादा
जो भी
butterfly.
फिल्म का जो भी अच्छा या और अच्छा हाल होगा, इन दोनों का काम बहुत बेहतरीन है.
Amazing.
And they will
Big
be
hand,
very.
guys. Yeah. Super. Thank you so much for coming and thank you for interacting with them. This means a lot to each one of them. And all the very best. Can't wait to watch it.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
soon,
you so
very
much.
soon.
And all
Thank
the best to all of you.